Hi friends, welcome to our first pick a card reading, or my first pick a card reading is probably not your first. I have three choices for you. And be a little bit patient with me. This is the first time that I've ever read for anyone else, but so we have, I'll give you a cool little B-roll of the of your choices of your stones, and then I will give you a moment to think about which one, or feel intuitively whichever one is for you. The context here is well, it's in the title, so yeah. Alright, so hi pile number one. Right off the bat, I want to say that your pile is it has a very alive, rejuvenating, fresh flower growing for the first time kind of feeling. So let's see how that translates into the cards themselves. Okay. All right, let's see. You have Five of Swords, the Lovers, and Death for your tarot. Already really pretty. I do want to mention I will not read in reverse unless I feel like I'm supposed to read in reverse. So if a card comes out in a reverse and it feels like it's not supposed to be that way, I will flip it over, such as I did with the Lovers. Not to tell a specific story, but because a specific story is being told through me. Does that make sense? So it just felt uncomfortable with it being upside down before I even really read what the card was. So I put it in place. I just want to make that clear in case you ever get curious as to why I'm doing that. Also, I will not be, at least for the time being, I will not be using astrology in my readings. I know that a lot of people might get upset by that, but it's just not how I work at the moment with any of my practices. So anyways, so you have Lovers, which is a beautiful card. It is a Gemini card. I know I said I wasn't going to do astrology, but I'm really not. I don't know that much about astrology, which is part of the reason. Other reason is that I'm not interested in it, to be quite frank. So you have some pretty cards out already, especially with this Lovers and the Death card. I am wondering if you are either ending a relationship that's not healthy for you, or if you are starting a new relationship. If you're not, you may very well soon. I have to remind myself what the Five of Swords is. Give me one moment. I apologize. It looks, yeah, it's five. It looks, I like it. You know, listen. This guy has these three swords in his hand. And then he's got another sword behind him, and he has this other sword right here. I don't know if you can see. Right here, where he's kind of cutting the weeds that are in front of him and making his way through with the heartache. And I find that gorgeous. And also, look how pretty that flower is in the back. But the sword in the background makes me think that he's letting go of the heartache that he's holding on to as he cuts his way through the weeds, which makes a lot of sense given the Lovers card here and the Death card. But just for the fun of it, I'm going to, I almost did a swear. Just for the fun of it, I am going to read this deck's interpretation of its of the Five of Swords, if I could find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Page of Swords, 6. Okay, hi. There we go. Conflict and selfishness. Oh, no. Your winnings are many, but they come choked with weeds of tensions and hostility. While there are blooms, there is also invasive nature that spreads and ruins everything around it. Be wary of your attitude with others in this time of seeming success. Okay, so listen. How I feel about this card is still how I feel about this card, regardless of the written meaning. I do understand that maybe you need to be shedding. Maybe you need to be in a space where you are shedding past attachments and past hurts, so that you could get to this space of lover and of death. So in here, let go, rebirth, and love. Right? So I still feel like this is a really good card and a really positive reading. Now, if you do have some toxicity you need to let go of, we could let go of it. In fact, I will clarify this real quick, and then we will get into the oracle cards. Also, I want to mention to you that none of my readings are gendered. If I do use gender in any way, shape, or form, it's only energetically, which you've heard before, but also not limited to binaries. I myself am non-binary, so I will not be fixating or focusing on what I guess is cisnormativity. Okay? And there's nothing... Is that the right term? Oh, whatever. I used it. There's nothing wrong with... relating to any specific gender. Obviously, that's the point. To be inclusive of all experiences. We are not here to judge or categorize people. We are just here to work with them, and their truth is their truth. Alright, so let's clarify the 5 of Swords, please. What does person need to here, pile 1. Clarify 5 of Swords, please. Okay. Ooh, Temperance. Now this one I'm actually going to have to read because this has never came up in any of the readings that I have done prior to this. So, let's see. By the way, she's really pretty. Or they're really pretty, sorry. I just want to I really want to mention that. And then she's got this little baby bird. And then this crow who is headless. And that's kind of sad. Trigger warning. But, you know, these birds... These crows, I think it's crow, doesn't look like very raveny. And these other little blackbirds have a tendency of fighting, but usually I feel like the little ones are picking on the crows. But that's neither here nor there. Let me read this real quick and see if I okay. Clarity and vision. You have a clear vision of what your goals are. You are able to see through the eyes of others. Patience and understanding have led to a closer understanding of the world and all its different inhabitants. You've no need to mask your feelings or your intentions. No need to follow the flock. Your path is ahead of you. Okay, so yeah, I really feel like you should be releasing an addiction, potentially an addiction to a past lover. That doesn't, or at least the energy that you had with a past lover, not necessarily the lover in general, you know, because sometimes we do change and people do change and their energies, of course, change with them. And so it is possible that someone who it didn't work out with in the past, you could reunite with them and have a healthy new beginning. The energy though would be very different because the two of you most likely would both be very different people at that point. So it is still a new beginning, even if it's with someone who was in the same form that you previously entangled with. However, that's not really what this feels like. What this feels like is there's an addiction to a past partner. And I do feel like this is love. It doesn't have to be, though. For some of you, it is love. For some of you, it is family. I'm getting family. So for some of you, it's family. For some of you, maybe friends. So it's the whole thing. It's the whole thing's coming up. But for some people specifically, it is a past lover, and maybe I'm just going on a whim here. Maybe some sex addictions. Like, it's totally cool. Wow, it's totally cool to explore your kink side, though. But also, I really do feel like you need to release some kind of attachment to a past partner. But I see you doing this. I feel that you're doing this. If you haven't done it already, you will begin to. And if you have started to, you are nearing completion with that cycle. Okay, again, this feels very, very good. So let's see what your oracles are. And oracles, I will never read in reverse. They don't feel, at least from this deck, this Earth Magic Oracle cards deck, they don't feel right in reverse. I don't feel like they're made for that. They're very specific energetically. So you have, and I love the Fog card. I have pulled it before in readings that I have done elsewhere, and it's just beautiful. And this even more beautiful. The Ancestors is interesting because that kind of has a, go to your roots feel. It always has a go to your roots feel, but it does have a snake. Which could be interpreted as healing, but also snakes are kind of warnings about people, about relationships, and this feels very entangled, regardless of it being an Ancestors card. And although for some of you this might be an Ancestors card, because there was that feeling of family bonds that needed to be let go of. I'm also getting, and I'm sorry for this, but I am getting that somebody had maybe lost a family member, particularly a younger family member. And if that's you, I want you to know that love is absolutely still there, and you are going, you're not as alone as you feel. That makes sense. And I am very sorry, but at the same time, you should know that you are not, the distance isn't as far as you might think. Not in like a scary omen kind of way, but as in the soul is very close to you. I feel very strongly that at least one of you out there is having that experience, and I want you to know that if you need a clarification, that you feel like maybe someone that you have lost is near you, a younger family member who you have lost is near you energetically. I want you to know that they are. But anyways, so yeah, the ebb and flow card and the fog card, right? So ocean and fog, beautiful combination. First of all, listen, the fog card isn't about not seeing. The fog card is about seeing through where you couldn't see. It's about gaining clarity. It's about seeing through the fog. It's not about being covered in the fog. You see the trees poking out, the sun giving light to the nature that has been, to the mountains and the trees, to the life source that has been covered in the fog. So this is a coming to clarity card, And ebb and flow is going with, of course, the motions. Oceans are always in motion, and you cannot stop them. They are incredibly powerful. Water is incredibly powerful. And having had my own kind of scary ocean experiences, I absolutely promise you that you cannot stop that ocean from oceaning. So, which also like harkens back to that, and so does this. So really what is being told to you here is that you really need to let go of some past hurts. And when you do, and you will, don't force anything, okay? But, be mindful about your health. But part of being mindful about your health is taking necessary, and again, healthy steps to moving on. And not necessarily from the people, because we can love people forever. But our obsession with the attachment, when it becomes unhealthy, we have to let go of that consistent attention. And when you do, and again, you will, if you haven't already, you will find rebirth, and then there's some love involved here. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This is a very romantic card, twin flaming card, but there's definitely someone coming to you. But you have to get to the point where you could allow them in. You have to have this death, you have to have this rebirth, so that you could find this love. And if you're already in a relationship, maybe either you need to let go of old attachments that are harming your relationship, so your relationship could get a new start, or potentially, and I'm just going to tell you how it is, potentially that relationship that you're in is not for you. And maybe that's the clarity that you will be gaining. Either way, a beautiful reading. Let me see if there's anything else for you. Spirit, have any other messages for pile number 1? Spirit, have any more messages for pile number 1? Spirit, have any more messages for pile number 1? Okay. So 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. I'm not even going to read the meaning. If you already know the meaning, that's fine. I'm going to read this energetically. This just kind of solidifies everything that I've been reading. You see this little elf-like creature, this childlike creature. It's very elf-like. Sitting up here on this bridge, looking at where she's come from. Like there's a love here. There's something blossoming, and I see you just letting go. Like this has this feeling of you ever have those moments where you really stop to think about an experience that you've had, and you just have to go like out somewhere and just like reflect. That's kind of what this feels like. That's what this feels like for you. But sorry, pile number 1, I ran out of space on my laptop. So, but you see where I'm going with this. You have a lot of good things coming your way, a lot of passionate, promising love unions, potentially reunions, but release, rebirth, find love. And love is always in you anyways. Speaking of love and light, and I hope you have a good day. Hey, hi, pile number 2. I hope that you're doing well. Before I pull your cards, I want to mention a couple of things. 1, I do not gender my readings. I am non-binary, so all inclusive here. Remember, I will not gender my readings. I may use certain terms that you're familiar with, but ultimately there is not an actual gender attached attached to that for many reasons. What else? Something. I don't remember what the other thing was. Wasn't that important. If it comes up, I'll let you know. So I don't know. Maybe there's some forgetfulness in this reading. Maybe there's forgetfulness just in me. Maybe it's all the above. All right, let's see what you've got. All right. Knight of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And I think 7 of... what are my Roman numerals? 7 of swords in reverse. I remember what I was going to say now. It was that I have... I will not read in reverse unless I feel like the cards are meant to be read in reverse. So if energetically I'm being told to flip them and put them into being upright, I'm going to do that so I can get the most accurate reading possible. Okay, let's see. See a lot of these little blackbirds, by the way. I don't know if that means anything to you. But yeah, okay. This feels heavy. But not bad per se. It just feels very, very heavy. This card in particular is making me feel very not good. I feel like maybe you're feeling like you're underwater, like you're being pulled down. It's just very, very heavy energy. I need to clarify. I need to clarify this 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not going to read the meaning with this, but I do need to clarify this. Why does pile number 2 have Pentacle in reverse? Spirit, tell me. Clarify the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, please. Spirit, clarify the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, please. Spirit, clarify 5 of Pentacles in reverse, please. Spirit, clarify 5 of Pentacles in reverse, please. All right. So this is interesting. Your clarifier is the Sun. So I don't know what is going on here. What I am going to tell you is that whatever is going on, the Sun is a beautiful, beautiful card. And here's this blackbird again. Now, I know in this Hush Tarot deck there's a lot of like darker creatures and stuff, but there's this whole energy going on here, and I kind of want to hug you, and I'm a little bit intimidated by you, but not in a bad way. I feel like you have some kind of inner strength that you really need to let out. I think that whatever this is correlating to the Sun. So I feel like whatever this is going to give you some kind of insight or growth that is just going to change you in such a huge way. And I'm not sure what this is or what's going on. If this doesn't resonate with you, then maybe this just isn't for you. you know, if some parts resonate, take what resonates and leave the rest, of course, you know the drill if you watch tarot videos before. But my cat is also going a little nutty here. This is a whole thing, isn't it? But listen, there's an inner strength. Oh my God, Flora. I'm not gonna let her in here because she's just gonna knock everything over because she's not exactly camera shy. She kind of likes posing and all that stuff. But yeah, whatever. Listen, you're the knight, okay? You're the Knight of Pentacles. Like you are this bird coming from this bird. Like this leads to here, and this leads to here, and I feel like whatever is holding you down like this it's not the end. It's not the end all. There's some kind of transformation that's coming through here for you that is going to change your life. And I know I don't see like a Tower card here, but this feels like a tower, but not in a bad way. Again, like there's a lot of strength here. You are either a very strong person or you are becoming a very strong person. And I feel very strongly like you are maybe you've gone through something, but whatever it is that you're going through, you're going to come out on the other end just absolutely so profoundly beautiful. And we're all beautiful, but it's going to show. It's going to show from your soul out of every pore that you have, and it's going to change not only how you see yourself, but how others see you in a way that you don't know. You can't, you're not going to be able to imagine it. It's going to be so unexpected. Because this great pain that you're going through it's going to make you. And I know, suffering could be a really hard thing to go through, but it's so necessary, and in great suffering comes great rewards. I want you to understand that. Okay. And you chose the rose quartz, so maybe you were expecting some kind of love reading, and if that's what you're expecting, I am sorry, that's not what this is. I mean, your story is your story, take it how it resonates and everything, but that's not what this is about. Reading is about you and you specifically. And healing, but not just healing, like going from being under to being just out there in such a profound way. It's quite amazing, if not a little bit overwhelming, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna get to your your oracle cards. These I will never read in reverse. They're just this specific deck, this Earth Magic deck. It's not made for that. It just doesn't feel right. Okay. Let's see, river. Some movement. It's like chariot, basically. Rainbow, blessings, and lake, stillness. So yeah, that's why I like this contrast between the Hush Tarot and the Earth Magic. Is that this is just so lighthearted, it feels so good, and this could get a little bit real. It actually took me a while to neutralize the energies in that deck, but I did. So yeah, there's definitely a newness. So I feel like this is kind of where you are right now. I feel like you're in the lake, in the stillness, which isn't a bad thing, even if it feels like it is. Yeah, you're gonna come from like this space, right? This particularly, this space. This actually feels a bit hermity. Those two cards together. But anyways, and then you're gonna start coming out of this, and it's gonna get gorgeous. So wherever you are right now, it's gonna end up being a really good experience for you. Just take your time here. Take your time here and be still in this. And when it's time to move, and you'll know when it's time to move, you'll feel it intuitively. Maybe meditate if you can to help you. Maybe some other practices that are very meditative for you. Healthy practices. And when you feel the time is right to move forward, then move forward, because you have some beautiful, powerful something coming through you. And these blessings that you get, you're not going to get them from other people. Like, other people might hand them to you, but ultimately you're getting these blessings from yourself. You deserve it. Whatever good comes your way, you absolutely 100% deserve it. Now let me see if there's anything else Spirit could tell me. Is there anything else Spirit wants to tell pile number 2? Anything else Spirit wants us to tell pile number 2? Anything else Spirit wants to tell pile number 2? Anything else okay, this pops right up. And it is Page of Pentacles. I love this. I love this card. Let's look how pretty this is. It's for you. I feel like you need some dorkiness up in your life. Yeah, wow. I love this personally. I feel like this is like a queen, I mean, look at her. I know it's not the Queen of Pentacles, but whatever. Like, this person strong. Whoever you guys are, you are so incredibly strong. I don't know if you know it yet, but I feel like you're going to figure it out, or you're figuring it out, and then you're going to come out into this beautiful priestess creature. It's like this amazing entity like being. I mean, you are so vital. I want you to know how vital you are. I'm going to read the meaning of this card for you. I'm still learning this deck, to be honest with you. But I feel like I should be reading this. It's got like that vibe, you know what I mean? I gotta find it. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Manifestation and confidence. Through hard work and determination, your dreams and desires will become reality. The goats are a symbol of sure-footedness and stability. With their heads together, they share a common vision. The headdress has many faces, each facing a different direction. All of them have been witness to the ups and downs of your journey. The flock and blooms are alive with activity and excitement for the adventure that comes next. That's what I'm saying, man. I at first I wanted to give you a hug, but honestly, I feel like you don't even need a hug. You are a hug. You are the personification of power. Use it good. I feel like you are meant to do some great, powerful things, and it's absolutely an honor to be reading for you. Okay, love and light. Please take care. Well, hello, pile number 3. So before I go any further, I want to explain that I do not gender. I do not use astrology. And I do not read cards in reverse if they feel intuitively that they are not meant to be in reverse. And in Oracle, I will not read in reverse, only in Tarot. But I do want to make sure that it's clear that I'm not going to gender anything. And if I do gender anything, it is not just feminine or masculine. I as someone who is non-binary, I do understand that there is a whole thing to the energies of gender, not just identity either. So with that being said, let's get into this. Now you've got a similar feeling to pile number 2, but yours is very, so you might have felt drawn to that too, I'm just saying, but yours is very elegant. There's an elegance, an elegant energy going on here. So I want to get right into this because I am very interested to know why you feel like unearthly. So let's go. All right, you have 10 of Cups in reverse. What is this? Okay. Five of Cups and nine of Swords. Yeah, this feels very similar to pile number 2, but a little bit different. Yours feels not necessarily very human. I don't know what that means for you, if that means anything to you. Maybe it's just something you're going to scoff at, but I would say maybe don't. Maybe don't scoff at it, because there's absolutely something about you that is not entirely ego consciousness. So there's something about you that is linked to something magical. You might be into witchcraft. You might be into doing tarot yourself. You're definitely probably a very spiritual person. I feel like you were a very spiritual person, but not just in terms of how we recognize spirituality on the regular basis. Like I teach spiritual stuff in relevance to the human experience, but this goes beyond like that style of teaching. This goes into a state of consciousness where you are aware that you are not your body, and you might even have some things going on here with other entities, whatever that means, whatever that means. But there is a feeling here where I feel like maybe there's a certain kind of darkness here going on. It's not to say that you're dark or that you're bad. First of all, bad and good isn't. We're not going to play by those rules. No bad, no good here. All love. This 5 of Cups is like a certain energy. This feels kind of sad. You know what? I'm going to read these, and then I'm going to clarify them, potentially all of them. But I do feel like I need to read them to get a better understanding of these cards, because I haven't like memorized all the meanings behind this deck specifically. Usually I just go by how I feel intuitively, but this reading like is just all my energy is going into this. There's something very, very powerful going on here. So I want to get as much clarification as I can. Okay. So this 10 of Cups in reverse. Animosity. Things are not going as planned. Emotional connections are being blocked. Okay. Yes, I guess that speaks for itself, doesn't it? But and those two, I feel like these two correlate, but I don't. I'm gonna leave it where it is, man. I feel very scattered. Maybe you feel very scattered too. Who knows? Could just be me. So I'm gonna clarify that in a second, but I want to let's go with 5 of Cups. Yeah. Loss and grief, caught in the feeling of past, can create a sinking feeling. Releasing oneself from disappointments can be a difficult task. And 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. I don't know what it is with us in like swords. We don't seem to like them, apparently. You know what I mean? Like there's kind of like a powerfulness behind the swords cards, but like as far as our like modern or not modern, but like our laid out for us understanding of them, we're not a big fan. However, I think swords are cool, so no judgments on my end. Depression and illness. Wow, you have a lot going on. It's okay though. Fear and anxiety hang over your head. Fear and anxiety hang over our heads as a heavy burden. Realize these troubles are within us and not of the external world. We need not cling to fears of the future to continue on a positive path. Wow, this is a really, really heavy energy. I'm not going to clarify I'm going to clarify this. I'm going to clarify all of them, all in one go. All these cards, they all belong to themselves. Well, I have a anxiety. Are you all right? Again, look, if you feel like this doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you, and that's fine. I will be doing more readings, of course, and you are welcome to go back to that cute little B-roll and see if any of the other piles resonate with you intuitively. But if this does resonate with you, take what else resonates with the reading itself, leave the rest. And do know that all suffering is to lead to beauty. Suffering plays a role. It's not something that is happening to you. It's something that you are experiencing, which means it is something that you will get through as experiences, fluid in nature. Okay. So can spirit clarify this whole reading? Can spirit clarify this whole reading so far, please? All right. So you have 6 of Cups, and there's some like it's not all bad. Let me read this. As well. I don't know what it is about this reading, but it is just so very heavy. All right. But I feel like this, it feels like there's a purpose to all of this too, Alright, so maybe this is what's going on. Nostalgia and innocence. Hares are very different from rabbits. The hare is intuitive and sensitive, while the rabbit is known to flee. Reflecting on memories of the past can be beautiful, but not every cup is standing. Not all times were good, and that it is important to remember the lessons of the past when dealing with current circumstances. The rabbit runs from the past, but the hare jumps forward and lives in the present. Okay, so you have choices. And I do understand now why you felt so akin to pile number 2. You might want to watch that as well if you feel called to it at all. There's a similar lesson here, a similar experience. Yours is very, very upfront. It's very, very, very sad. It's very, 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 very heavy. And it is absolutely a current situation or a very recent past situation in which you have, I don't know if you've had heartbreak of some kind for sure, but I don't know if this is because of another person or if it's because of a circumstance or event that had transpired in your life. Okay, but if you have a choice here, you watching this reading, this is with purpose. This isn't random happenstance. You should recognize that you have choices here, and I think that the choice that you should be making, I mean, you know, again, it's not about me, it's you have to make your own decisions, but I feel like spirit is telling you that recognize that you have choices so that you could get yourself out of this attachment to this heartbreak, to this pain. Because that's spirit wants you to know that that's not all there is. They're telling me to tell you this. Spirit wants you to know that the pain is not all that there is, and that there's a purpose and a reason that you would experience that, but that there is something else out there for you, whatever that it is that means to you. There's something else more beautiful out there for you, but in order to get there, you're gonna have to be the hair that moves forward, not the hair that stays behind. Okay. Be the hair that moves forward, not the one that stays behind. And I know that there is a certain romantic type feeling with nostalgic experiences, like love memories. You know, maybe you're listening to Spotify on the heartbreak playlist for a few months. Maybe I did that, maybe I didn't. You know what I mean, though? Like reliving in that past, because our attachments very often are to pain, because we find comfort in that, because we've experienced a lot of it. But these are cycles, and cycles are meant to be broken. Cycles are not forever. They do end, and it's wherever you are in your cycle can start to come to an end or close completely. But before it could get to that point, you're going to have to make the choice whether or not you stick to what you have recently gone through, what you're going through, or you allow yourself to move forward and to make the choice to go to the next place. Now let me read. Let me pull your the oracle cards here, and yeah, so strength, mountains. I feel like somehow this came up in one of the other readings. Maybe it didn't. Something like akin to it did, though, for absolutely for sure. I'm having a really hard time speaking with this reading, and it's understandable, but it's going to be okay. Look, you're strong. Vision quest and breathe. So yeah, listen. Keep in mind of your strength. It's inherent to you, for sure. If you weren't strong, you wouldn't be watching this reading. Vision quest and breathe are telling me that you, maybe in order to make this decision that you need to make. I mean, I don't know why you would want to make the choice to be stuck, but we've all done it. I've done it. But I feel very strongly like you should take some time out of your day whenever you can, in the healthiest way possible, and take a real good look into why you feel the way you feel, and the things that are making you feel negatively, and take out what you can, what's realistic, but really take a good look at what it is that you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and what you could do to take the next step. But Spirit wants you to know that you are strong. You just need to breathe a little bit. You need to take some time to yourself and reacquaint yourself with yourself so that you can move forward, because it is you ultimately who is your greatest love. Who all of us, ourselves, our bodies, our own soul, our own experience of consciousness, the whole shindig, is our first and greatest love. Everything else is secondary. Everything else comes with the experience. But yeah, I feel for you. I really do. I've been where you're at, and I want you to know that it's not that the grass is greener on the other side, but I want you to know that there is great beauty that comes after great suffering. And I believe that you are meant to discover this. I know that you are meant to discover this because I just do. I don't know how to explain it. And I think that the time is now. Spirit's telling me that the time is now. So I'm gonna pull one more card for you, and then we're gonna call this good. What else can Spirit tell me? Tell Spirit. Oh wow, still struggling here. What else can Spirit tell me for pile number 4? What else can Spirit tell me for pile number 4? What else can Spirit tell me? Pile number 4. Okay, look at you. You got 2 cards. Yeah. All right. So you have a King of Wands in reverse, which personally I think is kind of a cute card. And then you have four swords in reverse. Let me read these two real quick. But I don't know what it is about this one, but I really like it. I feel like no matter how this is positioned, it's a nice card. I mean, I can see this actually makes me feel worse about it, regardless of what its meaning is. I mean, still though, there's this attachment here that's like keeping you're like entangled. But let me read about these two real quick. 4 wands, 4 wands, 4 wands in reverse, 4 wands in reverse. Obstacles and delays. Some of your ideas need to be more fully thought out. Disorganization and failure to acknowledge problems of the past is causing chaos. Yeah, I'm gonna cry a little bit, honestly. Okay, hold on. I feel for you so strongly. Whoever this is for, you're so loved. Please know that you're like so very loved. And even if you don't feel loved by the people that you want to feel loved by, you're loved, and you're like very, 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 very vital. So yeah, okay. King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so doubt, challenges have left you lost in the weeds. Keep focusing on long-term goals. Also, Hangman. Yes, it's on here. I feel like that's for you too. But anyways, yeah, pile number 3. I'm gonna say 4 at some point. I probably feel like I said 4. There's so much going on with us. Listen, if you feel like you need to seek help, man. If you feel like you don't have anyone you could talk to, I will be here for you. Yeah, I do more than just read tarot. So you are welcome to get a hold of me. The link to my Twitter and the link to my Instagram, both are viable ways to get a hold of me, are in my videos and on my page. So if you need someone to talk to, I am here for you. If you feel like things aren't going to get better, you're wrong. They are going to get better. It might not always feel that way, but I promise you that it will. Just take things step by step, day by day, and remember how precious you really are. I feel for you, and I cared a lot about you. I really do, and so do a lot of other people. And something I think we forget sometimes is that when we have people in our lives who are not good to us, we might not have space for people who are good for us. And if we do have space and they are there, we might not recognize it. But I need to tell you that when I was living in an abusive home, and I had to leave at some point, and I was in my adulthood when I did this, so I wasn't a runaway, although I did run away a few times in my childhood. But I was 24, and I just left. I decided to be homeless because it was better than abuse, and it took a long time for things to even out, and it wasn't an easy road, but eventually, no matter how hard things were, and they were hard, I starved, and I lost a lot of people in a lot of ways. I moved across the country for a new start, and even after I did that, it took a little while, but ultimately, I feel so good now, and you will too. You will too. I absolutely promise you. As long as you allow yourself to do that, please take care of yourself. Okay, you're needed. You're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Absolutely. Everything gets better. It really does. I don't know what else to say, but I feel like I wish that there was something more that I could say to you. But with that being said, please take care, love and light. Like I said, if you need to get a hold of me, if you can't get a hold of anyone else, you know how to do that. Please take care. I love you. 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 Okay? Bye.